Yes, welcome back to finally a new video. Before I'm going to say or show you anything, if you do not believe me, it actually is. It actually is the witch farm. And if you watch the streams or now the videos, I have done this all before, let's say 3 weeks to maybe a month ago, and the building itself took me only 3 hours. So I've wasted too much time to actually do this. I waited for way too long. Oh, okay, we're going. I waited way too long to actually finish this, and yeah, that wasn't just supposed to happen. This is some stuff besides the gunpowder and the gas there, obviously. I've been AFKing a little bit here, so not super much stuff. I do not have specific rates. Let's say this is about 3-4 hours of total AFKing. It's not much, but I know I could have probably done a better job with the farm itself, and maybe just because it's 1.14, you know, the rates have been like lowered again. Let me go into spectator mode and show you the whole farm itself. I had to add this because of some stuff happening with the witches that are able to spawn on the observers. And yes, it works. They're again able to spawn on the soul sand. This is all the redstone. Like, if you really want to build this, I'm going to give you like a little closer look on this. Let's say in the farm. So I've done it 7 by 7 spawning spaces because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So soul sand and everything. The observers are an extra spawning space if you want to add them as well. So it's like 7 by 8. This is the redstone with a hopper clock. I get it a little closer up. That's for me way better to know how to build it, to have a little closer look onto this. So we have 16 sticks here for it to go. These are actually sticky pistons. I did it once wrong with normal pistons. I was like thinking about, hey, how doesn't it work? Watch the back. Had to be sticky pistons. Comparator, redstone, comparator. With the whole redstone lane. First repeater 4 tick, second repeater 4 tick, so that the spawns are like, when they are up here, they will fall down and automatically fall down all the way to their death. Doesn't always work, but hey, that is just happening. You want to place the observers like this, on this side. The observers on this side you want to face that way, like where I'm looking at now. With the pistons in that, obviously, because they are not able to move otherwise. There are spawnable spaces here, so that's the reason for me to place slabs. I don't know if the rage will be faster when I have solid blocks here, or maybe like stairs, or maybe redstone blocks even. Then we have a little row of wood because of the clicking noise the node blocks make, because you want to have a redstone signal from these observers in here. I don't really know how it all goes, like the redstone signal, but I know it's like you have to have these. The droppers will give a redstone signal to this observer, into the block. No block will give another redstone signal down to the piston. I totally didn't forget it. Build it 3 times. This observer has to face in that one. The other observer has to face down into this observer right here. It will be like one circle. Well, actually it will be like this circle. Yeah, there's nothing in here as well. It doesn't really matter where you have the droppers faced. So that's basically it for the farm itself. Like, the only hard thing is to have this whole perimeter made. You could do it with flooding, like flood it all with water at 128 by 128. But if you want to make this like your first time, because it's the first time that I've made my witch farm, and I did it like this. Obviously, you want to have some slabs, lower slabs, because they're not able to spawn out here, and the light level will be dark enough for all the mobs to just spawn here, level 1, 1, 0, 0, and everything. So you know the drill. Then obviously the storage room. If you only need one thing, I would suggest you by getting rid of one extra redstone signal. If you want to have it like this with the redstone, the gunpowder and everything, do it like this. I'll give you a better look. 3 lines of redstone, hop or the torch underneath the comparator, and then the repeater right here. No ticks, no nothing. Because the other design that I made with one less redstone lane, the repeater here, and then the torch like one further, like let's say on this block. If one chest is full, like if this is all filled, the redstone signal somehow will just doesn't work anymore, and it will fill this one, and so on. I've had it with more different designs. I had to actually remake the whole storage room for my sheep farm. I was planning to make something around here. I do not really have an idea for now what I can make here, but it's not that hard. Now that I think about it, I wish I actually had the TNT machine still. The TNT machine I had from Rayworks, and which I'm going to put a link in the description, and the actual like way to build it was first looking at Elmango's video, but he didn't give a really decent touch into the 1.14.3 because it was before that, and he hasn't done a one or one witch farm after that, so you know. But I watched the video from Pixel Riffs, which helped me a little bit. Of this, what he made, he actually did one extra row of what's that stuff? The andesite on this side, and then the observers. But I was like thinking, Mango does 7, I will do 7 by 7. So this is the whole farm. So to give you a better touch on how it works, just to clarify some extra information, I just made a recreation of the world. And you know, if you find a witch hut like this, like probably many of you already have built one of the farms, but you got to remember that they are only spawnable at this specific witch hut, you know. So the lanes that I'm marking out right now, like in this whole thing, I don't know if the obsidian counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't. The only spawning space that I have are in the range of the obsidian, like right here and here as well. Like this was the first lane of pistons, and there was the observers. Were the observers. You got to remember to only build it in here. Can they please the sound? You got to remember to only build it in there. And also because of specific stuff in Minecraft, the first layer should be at, let me think, 68. The second layer is at 65, and the third layer will be at 62. So that's water layer. So you will have every two in between, two air layers in between, let's say. Most of you probably know this, but I had to watch many videos of this to actually find some stuff out. So this is what I mean, like this was a lot of work to actually get rid of. You're probably thinking, well, wait, what is all gone? Well, yeah, if you watch like this, around here till there, all the way around, and then crossing that way and then go back. Like this wasn't hard to dry up, just like that all. It was with this place, a little bit of that. It wasn't that hard, luckily. If you have like a lucky spawn, let's say you have your spawn right here. Oh yeah, you only have to get rid of trees, dry it up a little bit, or flood it, maybe a little bit of there, and you just have to get rid of your underneathing, or first the witch hut, then go down, and that way it's so easy, like all. You could also make it with rails, back and forth, but for the rest, everything it's not too hard to build. You only have to get the right mindset and just have the time to build it. Like it's going to take a lot of time, but the outcome at the end is so good. You will have built a witch farm. This witch farm won't work in lower versions than 1.14.3. I don't know at least from 1.14 until 14.2 won't work because they're just not able to spawn on soul sand or mobs just at all. So do not build it in 1.14, 1.14.1 or 14.2. Well, that's actually 14.1 and 14.2. Below that, they should perfectly work. But please, if you're going to build a farm like this, have a recreation of the world somehow, or maybe have a backup. Build it in creative, then switch to your backup and then try it out that way. Or maybe if you want to know if the shifting floors at all work, like just go in a creative world, make the shifting floors, and that's really easy. About spawns, I can't really say much. The only thing I can tell you is you need to have enough dark enough light level. I don't know anything if maybe with redstone blocks this will up the rates, or maybe just with glass. You know, you got to have them blocked up somehow. If you say like, well, I only need a little bit of redstone, I will make one floor. Just make all of the floors, because you're wasting your time otherwise. You want to have the full function of the farm, and you need to have a roof anyways. So why would you only build one, and maybe later thinking if you have more projects to do, oh well, I could have made this 2 more, and you have to get rid of all the stone and everything and don't break anything. So just make it like 3, and you can only make 3 because they're only spawning on specific spaces. So as I told you, 62, 65 and 68. If you want to find a witch farm, I would suggest you to watch or to go to Mist. It's really easy. I can put a link for the download in the description if you want to as well. I'm just going to. And you're able to download it, find a witch hut, and easy. I still do not really know what I can build with this, but I will further do this in my streams. As I said about rates, from what I've heard from Mango, it's about 3,500 an hour. But for what I've seen here, I don't really. Yeah, well, it's only like 1 chest full, and yeah, it will be around. I know before 1.14 you could make witch farms that had like 22,000 an hour. Then I went to like 14, then 7, and then even 3 right now. If there's anything you want to know, you can always ask me. But if you want more specific information, I will just suggest you to go to Ilmango's video, or just anyone that knows a lot of the witch farms. With the rest of this perimeter, I'm probably just going to make some different farms, just like Mambo did. Maybe like a tree farm. I'm not going to do a cobblestone. Let's say tree farm. I can also make a concrete breaker. I've seen a tree farm which he made, but I'm probably thinking about a universal tree farm that Kinamble made like 2 years ago. I have seen a video of another guy that made it, and he said it worked in this version, so let's try that out. Now it's only hoping for 1.14.4 if this still works. I can tell you this works for 1.14.3. I will give you another specific look on this. You have to place the trapdoors, because otherwise they won't shift through there, because they can just go onto the other block really easy. I don't think it matters what type of trapdoors you use. I only use birch because I have a tree farm made by Mango, which is only good for birch wood, so I could make it from normal oak wood, but that's such a waste of oak wood then for me, instead of using birch. I could give you a specific list of blocks, but it's really depending on how you want to make it yourself. But it's 3 times 7 no blocks, 21 no blocks, 21 droppers. Pistons is 42. Observers you need to have like 3 times here, so that's, I can count. Oh, that's a lot. It's like 6 times 7, so you can count it. It's really easy, if I said it right at least the first time. If there are any questions, you can always ask me, but as I said, I suggest you to go to Mango's video. I do not have to do a block by block tutorial. It's really not hard to build. The redstone could probably be better or maybe different, but this is build it easy. As I said, this only took me like 3 hours to build, and then this was the easiest, the farm and then the glass. Okay, but hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know what the next one will be. I maybe have something in my head, but I don't know. But hey, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, sub to the channel. Maybe share it with some friends, you know. I want to really thank you, to be honest. Like, the video with the gardening farm has almost 1,000 views. Like, from the point I'm recording, it has like 850. I don't know how, in like not even 2 weeks. Okay, like, thank you. But hey, have a great day. You can always watch the streams, obviously, like if you want to get some extra inside information. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye bye.